welcome back to our cooking channel. Today we are going to be making tomato soup. We've never made it before, but we're going to give it a go. So we've got some whole tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, garlic. I'm chopping up 10 cloves of garlic.
Oh, I got my finger. Oh, it didn't even. Okay, stabbing an angle didn't cook this.
Hint number 1, do not stab your palm with your knife.
So lucky it didn't go right at that angle.
So what are you doing, Jack?
I'm taking the pips out of the tomatoes and just cutting them in half.
So it's really cold and stormy in Perth today. So it inspired us to get into soup making mode. Yesterday we made chicken and sweet corn, which was pretty nice.
You just finally chopped your salad again.
Oh, I've just chopped them in quarters. But Jack just said it needs to be finely chopped.
At the end will be plenty of love.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright, I'm going to cut it smaller. Sprinkle it all through. Alright, we've got 3 extra cloves of garlic, so we're going to chuck them in. So we're seasoning our tomatoes with salt and pepper and olive oil. Salt. Just chuck in as much salt as you want. Pepper. And I'm just going to use my hands to mix it all up. Okay, we've preheated our oven to 220 and we're going to put the tomatoes in the oven for about 25 minutes. So chopping up 1 capsicum. The recipe says 1.5 capsicum, but we're just going to use 1. So we're just going to heat up the pan and add a little bit of olive oil. We're going to fry off the onions and the capsicum until what? They're golden brown?
Translucent.
Translucent. Jack's master chef today, and I am
What's the main argument? You cover your cup.
kitchen hand.
What are you doing the rest of it? That's weird.
So we bought this hot plate a couple of weeks ago and we're still not used to it. We can't get an even heat. But practice makes perfect. See, that's getting warm already, so I'm going to add some olive oil. And add in our onions. Oh yeah, that warmed up pretty quick. Add in the capsicum. We've just decided to turn the light on. We're just frying off the onion and capsicum until it's translucent. Just going to check on our tomatoes. There they are. Cooking away with all the garlic. Smells delicious. Okay, so they're pretty much ready now. We're just going to put in the tomato paste and the chicken stock. Mix in your tomato paste. Now we're going to add the vegetable stock. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of salt in there, season it, then we're going to bring it to boil and put the lid on and let it simmer. Okay, so our soup has reached the boil and we're going to take it off the heat now and wait for the tomatoes to finish cooking. Okay, Okay, so we've taken the soup off the heat and now we're going to add 2.5 cups of basil. And we just want to cook that through until the basil is wilted. So our tomatoes are all roasty and toasty and they smell delicious. What are you going to do? You're going to spoon in the liquid now.
We're in our pot once again, so we're going to pour it into these and just mash it up in this instead of in the pot, which is what, you know, you do anyway. It's easier.
Oh, look at all that delicious tomato. If you could smell this, oh.
Just going to break up on tomatoes, make it easier to blend later.
I think it's going to go everywhere when we blend this, you know.
Are you in the bottoms?
Yeah, it's still going to go.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the first time I made tomato soup was,
I like this.
it turned out, oh!
Oh, that's a juicy one. What is that?
That just splattered everywhere. It was, yeah, my soup turned out more like a passata. So I want it a little bit more creamy today. All right, wish me luck.
When you bring it up.
We could end up with tomato soup all over the house. Okay, so our soup is ready now. We've finished blending it. I did end up using the Vitamix in the end to get this nice creamy smooth consistency. If you don't mind it a little bit textured, then the stick blender will be fine. We're just going to bring this back to the boil and then simmer it for a couple of minutes and then it's ready to serve. Don't forget to season it with salt and pepper to your taste, and also just before serving add in about ½ cup of cream. Also that's optional to your taste, but it does give it a nice creamy flavour as well. And then it's ready to eat. We're going to serve this with home baked crusty bread that I've cooked in the bread maker, and we're ready to go. Delicious.